coach Adam O'Brien is adamant he's the right man to lead the club despite speculation. He's the next coach facing the axe. Take a listen.
We're in the business of winning footy games, so I understand that, you know, usually if you're not in the top 8, then it's hunting season for you, and I've probably been separated from the herd a little bit even more now, so I get that there's probably a target on me, but sitting around worrying about it all day is not going to it's not going to help the footy team, won't help the players, so, you know, you are aware of it, your family is certainly aware of it, but I don't let it consume me because I can't. I just got to crack on with it and fight our way out of it, and what will be, will be.
Are you still confident you're the right man for the job? Do you ever have any doubts or anything like that?
Yeah, I do believe I'm the right man for the job. I think the team are showing this year, you know, that they are reacting or responding, I should say, to some of the stuff. We're still falling short, I get that, but I feel like, you know, I've had a few years here, we have managed to play finals in my time here, and I believe that we can still play finals again. So I've got to believe that. If I don't come in believing in myself, why would the playing group?
So we've been hearing all the noise about Adam O'Brien up in Newcastle. He's been hearing all the noise, and his family. How serious is the noise? Is he a chance of being on the chopping block in the next couple of weeks?
Look, to be fair, I thought Adam handled that with a lot of humility, to be honest, in relation to realising the situation he is in. What I know is that the CEO, Phil Gardner of the Newcastle Knights, is currently overseas and he's expected to be overseas for at least another 2 to 3 weeks. So I don't suspect anything will happen within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Where is he, in Europe?
I'm not sure, Brad.
Everyone else is.
Yeah.
Lucky him.
We're going to take 360 there.
I don't believe anything happened in the interim. We know that the Knights have got the Bulldogs. Then they go a bye, then the West Tigers. They are games we would think that the Newcastle Knights can get done.
Absolutely.
However, if they don't, then it's serious discussion time.
I get what he's saying. It is tough on him. It is tough on his family. But you take the job, you take the responsibility. And the fact of the matter is, this is Adam's 4th season at the club. I don't think, on paper, they have a team that you would think could be going a lot better than it is. They went out on the weekend, they played a Panthers side that were missing 6 State of Origin players and they still got beaten. I really feel for long-suffering Knights fans who for a decade now have been promised hope and it just hasn't delivered. You know what I mean? Like, at what point do they consider making a change? Because I'm telling you now, they won't make the finals this year.
But who do you put in there then?
Well, you've got to look around. Sometimes you need a circuit breaker, Gordy. You really do. The names that are being mentioned at the moment, it's Paul McGregor, it's Michael Maguire, and the other name I've heard is John Morris.
Yep.
Now,
and Josh Hannay, guys.
Okay, and Josh Hannay. You can't definitively say any one of those blokes has a proven track record of coming in and doing a better job, but it's his 4th season.
Can we just not beat around the bush here? This club is being run by a CEO who runs 6 other licensed clubs, 3 hotels, and the focus on the footy club is not like what you would suspect at other clubs. It's not the main focus of the business.
Is it in his DNA? So, like, if they're a good businessman, they don't need to go. If they need someone in there that can run the footy department.
That's right. And the greatest strength the Knights have got right now is their GM of footy in Peter Parr, who's ultimately holding the club up as the CEO is overseas at this point in time. The Knights fans need to understand that their current CEO treats the footy club like just another arm of his business, to the point where we have seen such a high transition of coaches. The likes of Rick Stone, Nathan Brown, Wayne Bennett, Adam O'Brien. Have I missed one? Danny Baderas jumped in for a go.
I think there's a lot of transition of staff up there too. There is noise again coming out of Newcastle of a lot of people unhappy that actually work at the club.
That's right.
I hear that as well.
But is it a coach's responsibility also to get that in check? You know, like, I always go back to the fact...
If they're allowed to have the power.
A head coach... Well, you have to... In this game, Braith, you have to take the power.
I agree.
And a true head coach will do that. He'll walk in and he'll let them know who's the boss. And maybe it's time that's what Newcastle needed. You can't walk around on eggshells with this bloody Phil Gardner. You've got to walk in and say, I'm going to run the show.
But if Phil's got an ego, he's not going to employ someone like that.
You know what? That's probably why they didn't look at a bloke like Des Hasler, who probably would have been a good fit at the Knights at the moment. They've got a good roster. Well, they have got a good roster.
Do they need to act quickly? You just mentioned it.
I don't know.
Titans and Dragons did?
Well, yeah. Well, what you've missed out on now is Shane Flanagan. You've missed out on Des Hasler. So does it need to be done quick? I don't know. I can't see too many other coaches under pressure. I hear what you're saying,
Crawls. I hear what you're saying, but I doubt Trent Robinson tells Nick Politis what to do. I doubt Craig Bellamy tells Matt Tripp what to do. It has to be leadership from the top.
Do you reckon Matt Tripp tells Craig Bellamy what to do, Dave? No. Not when it comes to football matters.
They work hand in hand. They work hand in hand. I don't believe Gardner and O'Brien work hand in hand for the benefit of the footy club.
Dave, you mentioned salary cap at the Manly Seagulls.
Yes.
What about the salary cap at Newcastle? Now, Kalen Ponga's the highest paid player in the game.
Yep.
Has that had an impact on their team?
They've got significant issues also, the Newcastle Knights. And it's not just Kalen. They have a lot of players that are overpaid. And for example, Bradman Best goes up to $700,000 next year. These are contracts that were drawn up over the past 2-3 years. There's a situation unfolding next year within their top 30. They have 9 players in their top 30 that are yet to play an NRL game. And this is the byproduct of overpaying too many players for what they're producing, basically. Yeah. And ultimately, guys, this is a side that they don't have experience. They don't have experience in winning. They have experience in losing.
Whose responsibility is that, though? You said that they've found themselves in some trouble.
To your point, it's a byproduct of all that transition from what you said before, from recruitment staff changeover, footy manager turnover. There's no stability at the Newcastle Knights.
So they sound like a bit of a mess.